My Medusa, I could use her until I crumble and I crack this concrete heart. This concrete heart. My Medusa, I could use her. Woman looks like that, my concrete heart. Happy Saturday. It's the Losers Club at 33. All the people shitting on me, they don't even know. Haven't you realized, guys? None of us are having fun. I can't afford to. What's your excuse? Crumble and I crack this concrete. My Medusa, I could use her. Woman just like that, this concrete. This concrete heart. My Medusa, I could use her till I crumble and I crack this concrete heart. I'm charging my phone. I ain't going back to that electric box. I ain't going down that godforsaken road. I ain't going back to that electric box with those ghosts and ghouls and goblins in it. Bare knuckles, bare naked, mud wrestling in the Philippines. Chat, I've been deceived. I've been deceived, man. I was watching this Filipino content creator. I think she's Filipino. I'm kind of racist. I saw an Asian content creator in some jungle somewhere, and she had the fattest ass I've seen in my life. And every time she would pop up scrolling on Facebook, I would watch the whole video with the and the stupid sound effects, and everybody just like mud wrestling and shit. God told me in a dream. Yeah, fucking peel off. It's a prosthetic. It's a prosthetic that you could buy them on Amazon, man. There are these Asian women in jungles that are buying prosthetic asses from Amazon, and they're making content, and they're making bank. And I fell for it, chat. I was like, I should take a trip out to the village, to this jungle, man. I haven't seen a single man in that village, and this girl got the best ass I've seen in my life. And then I dreamt that God showed me, you can buy it on Amazon. She's not real, Casey. Thank God for my dream catcher, right? My ancestors fucking protect me from the deceiver. This concrete heart. Someone gave me a pie today, man. Can you believe it? A cherry pie. And I don't want it. But I don't know any clowns, so. I know a lot of clowns on the internet. Why is it raining? It's raining and snowing at the... Oh, shit, that hit like a truck. It's raining and snowing at the same time. My Medusa. I was like, we're gonna do a week of white hate. Because I really want to see what they're like. And uncover the mysteries of what the Jews did. You know what I realized? They're all a bunch of losers. I spammed little things knowing that it will attract the types of white people that are on Facebook en masse, spamming these comments that look like a kindergartner wrote them. I was like, this can't be the master race. There's got to be whites that I'm not seeing. They can't all be like this. So I realized those are people that have no lives. Those are people that go to work and go home and they don't like their life. So they go on, they're not very intelligent. They're not making a life for themselves. So they've trapped themselves. And that was their outlet to get out their own misery. This concrete heart. I ain't going back to that electric box. With those dumbass ghouls and goblins, crackhead creeps and crows and cops, I ain't going back. Down that godforsaken road. Huh? A vehicle in the distance. I ain't going back to that electric box. With those nasty ghouls and... Wait. I should have... Every time I write a song, I never write it down and I forget. I think it was... I've been here before. A bunch of half-ass broken hollers built on corpses that died screaming for their Lord. I ain't going back. I'm also trying to just organize a little bit. There's nothing I want to fucking talk about, man. I've decided that the commenters and the haters, oh shit, what? Ah, it's like Christmas. It's like Christmas, man. Oh, my lungs are like, don't do it, don't do it. Oh God. The throat was like... My throat said, no! No, Casey! Don't do it! Don't smoke it, please! It's like Anakin going down into the lava. Are you not entertained or something? What's this? Village Auto and Tire for... Oh, it was her mother. See, they're saying the color's blue. The problem is, it ain't blue. Okay. So what they did is... Oh, shit. Oh, you fucking... Oh, no. It did end up being around $2,000. Okay. I was like, what? I was like, why'd you ask me for $2,000, but you said that's what you did to bring it up to inspection. This is only $1,000. Where'd the other thing come from? But no, they definitely put a lot of work into this car. Core deposit, the Legend Professional. CCL4 DOHC 16 valve for $200. The Legend Professional. That's unusual, man. Okay, so I should hold on to this. I should have a file that I put into my glove compartment. You heard me? I just saw me in New York City in a corporate office. Replaced LF wheel bearing and ABS sensor, replaced rear brake pads and rotors, replaced RF sway bar link, replaced both front and lower control arm, rear bushings. So all of that total for the wheel bearing, ABS sensor, control arm, bushing, brake pad, sway bar link, that was $1,381. Plus, well, actually, labor was $630 and parts were $706. Village Auto and Tire. I might as well go back to them. I mean, I have gone in there before. They do know me. because I accidentally have my Walmart delivered there all the time because I'm trying to send it to the opposite side of the building. So this is rear gate latch. A rear gate latch? What the fuck is that? For $273, man? Labor was $115. This concrete hut, I ain't going back to that electric box. This needs to be somewhere important, like in here. I have a trash can somewhere, and I bought these trash bags. And I've got some burritos left. What's this? My pens. My fucking pens. I need them. I need them, man. I have 16 different lighters. Here's my... Dude, I do have a lot of lighters. I think deep down I still wish I was like really sick and dysfunctioning, because it was a better feeling hiding out in the woods. Comfort is like a slow death, and you don't even know you're dying until you're way too far gone and you look back and realize. When you're stuck in survival mode, every moment you're activated and you're experiencing at a higher level. It's more like there's just like, you wake up and you can see a better world, and then you get excited to go out and look for it and do things in your day-to-day and like do something amazing. And then it's just everywhere you go is a bunch of like rotten fruit, spoiled brat white kids that think that they're real men because they worked on their uncle's farm. And they spend all day posturing, and they grow up to be completely like psychotic and delusional with this stupid idea about perceived power, status, and reputation. So it's like, even if you did venture off into the great wilderness, it would just be ruined by the bunch of invasive species that have popped up. White people kind of ruin everything. Imagine, I spoke that woman that talked about the that lake house, and she was like, you can come stay with us and everything. I was like, that's really nice. And then like 2 hours later, she's trying to diminish my life by saying that her kids grew up and had a closer connection to nature because they went out and built a bow out of wood and a string. And I was telling her that wasn't the point. The point was that through suffering alone, I gained a unique perspective. And she was trying to justify how her kids, she was trying to tell me, you know, trying to defend her kids, I guess. And obviously they're a bunch of bitches raised by a delusional person. No, it's not the connection to nature that I said that I got because I was hiding alone from pedophiles trying to rape and kill me in the woods as a homeless child is not comparable to hanging out with your little brother out in the woods making a bow at a lake house they didn't have to fear for their life at. No, you can't just diminish me to try to make yourself feel better. And then immediately I was like, that's really weird, so I guarantee you that the mind flayer's gotten her, so then she's gonna go further. And then the next thing she went to immediately was, crows are friends, crows are friends. I'm like, no, you're fucking possessed, bitch. They got you. You tried to colonize my story and give it to your children. Look what someone gave me yesterday. We are put on this earth to share our gifts in whatever form we possess them. 2025, keep your light shining bright. It's a little bird that says peace on it. And it was from the homeless conference. Someone walked up and gave it to me. I did sort of unload my hurt on them because I was mad that I didn't hear them speak about any solutions. They just spoke about their paychecks. And I'm like, you meet once a month. You talked about targets on your backs for like 20 minutes. You didn't mention that they're fucking killing us. You think you have a target on your back. You got into groups like it was a school class. To talk about your paychecks. So I fucking stole the mic and I ranted until they left. And I told them every employee working with the homeless in the state and how there's only 3 of them that are worth anything at all. In the entire state, every single place that I've been to, there's one program for youth and the rest are pretty much sex trafficking. Like if you go to the homeless shelter in Burlington for youth, there's a guy that will try to pay the girls to hook up with his friends. These 18-year-old runaway girls with mental health issues. He will try to coerce them to sleep with his friends. The Howard Center got in a lot of trouble because they were involved in sex trafficking fairly recently. Can you believe it? I brought the obvious evidence and multiple testimonies from real responsible adults to another program, hoping that somebody would help me. And I was no longer eligible for that program after I spoke about the things I knew that they were doing. I was kicked from every program in that town because girls were telling me about how the staff members were trying to fuck them. And they were just trying to heal their traumas. My Medusa could use something, 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 my concrete heart. It's just the people in the town that I live at now, and one person from that small city. And everywhere else in the state, they're kind of nice, but it's like there's one in Newport, but St. Johnsbury ain't worth shit. Rutland ain't worth shit. Bennington ain't worth shit. Not since 2013. If Capri is still there, he was cool. But I doubt he's still there, man. It's been 13 years. Nothing in Brattleboro. They're all gone. Even the staff member I thought was really cool, he got pred catched, man. They pred caught him, bro. They got him on video. A group of kids decoyed him, and he tried to sleep with a kid. I was like, man, he taught me martial arts. He was the coolest one there. Now he's a predator. But that town's been consumed by the Mind Flayer for a long time. It's gonna rain and snow all night tonight, man. Whoa, nicotine high. I watched everyone I love die. And it was while I was cast out, homeless as a child, and I watched them all die. I watched them grow the wrong way, and them consume themselves, and then they lost themselves, and then their corpses would walk around as NPCs. They can only do like really 2 things, which is just spread the Mind Flayer and harvest life force energy. They became addicted to gossip, power, status, and reputation, and this belief that they have power over each other. And then I tried to save them, and then I was traumatized to a point of complete dysfunction. And I had to work my way back out of that. And by the time it was over, they died to their own selfishness. And now they're all settled. Their dreams are gone. The person inside that I loved is dead, and there's just an empty, lightless vessel walking around that used to be them. Or they've just done so much to me that there's nothing I can do for them anymore. And I get buried under that, and I'll fight to crawl back out, and then when I see the sky, and I meet God, and I stand like a god among men, I guess. And I see how they're all being led astray and controlled and puppeted and all that. There's nothing I can do for them. Because as soon as I initiate a conversation, it's like the hive mind switches and they all get angry. So then I had to learn how to be completely alone and not yearning to save anyone, just being alone. I just saw a ghost out there. What up? It was alright. How was your day? I'm trying to go to a zoo. I really want to see a polar bear, man. I need a second phone. So that we could talk to AI. Hey, does anyone want a donut? Someone gave me 4 donuts. It looks amazing. Well, I played the video game all day. Yeah. What game? What game, man? Like The Last of Us? I haven't played a video game in 4 years, man. Other than chess on my phone. I want to see what Helldivers is about. Black Ops 7. I haven't played anything since Black Ops 2, to be honest. Other than World War II. But Black Ops 2 Zombies was goated. Used to play a lot, then came on bad times. That sucks, man. That's tough. That's tough because then you have to hit the gym. Like, I can't play video games anymore. I have to hit the gym now. I saw you deadlifting for some reason. Do you go to the gym? Hey bud, staying warm? Trying. Literally what I did, yeah. I'm like a psychic. It's why people used to beat me as a kid. You know what I'm saying? It's why I would just get randomly attacked. Like I'd just be like on the bus, and then a kid walks up and just beats the shit out of me on the bus, and then I'm winded and I can't breathe, and I have to like walk from Sherwood back to my house. And I can't breathe and I can't move, and before I got off the bus, I was like, I couldn't fight him off, but at the very least, I turned around and I got right in his face and went, "You fucking jackass!" And he was like, "Get the fuck out of here." And I thought I was like, at least I did something. At least I did something. And then as soon as I waited for the bus to drive away, then it hit me, and I was like, I couldn't breathe, and I remember he got me right in the fucking sternum here. And then I must have went to my aunt's house. I got beat up for being into anime. Yeah. I don't have like a good sense. Have you seen One Battle After Another? That movie's great. Synagogue, CINEGO.TV. You can watch pretty much anything. You can watch the Avatar movies. You can. It's just you'll click it and it goes to a pop up. You just hit the back button and then you can watch it. It's better than 1, 2, 3 movies. Fucking One Battle After Another is a great movie. What up, Demon Hunter? What's it like dealing with? That's with Leo, right? Yeah. What is it, Demon Hunter? What is your also happy birthday to the fam? Have we already passed their birthdays? How with Demon Hunter? Yeah, it was with Leo. It's a good movie. What was the point I was? Oh yeah, I want. If you haven't seen it, I won't say it. But I just want something like that. You know, once you watch it, you're like, all right. I want to start a rebellion and have it fail, and then I have to go into hiding while the new one takes place, and then my daughter becomes better than I ever was. If that's how the plot goes, I don't think that's right, actually. But really, I just want I want a Mexican sensei that knows martial arts. That's really what I want. I want to go to like Colorado and find someone that's really like a master at martial arts and train with him for 6 months, and then start whooping people. And I want and work and get a protection dog, but I'm kind of getting over. I did the mountain thing. Basically, the biggest lesson I learned from being here is that the people don't deserve to live here. The biggest lesson I learned from living in Vermont is that it should all burn down. A car wrecked into Ben's school the other day on the way to school. He's doing good though. What the fuck? Is he injured at all? Was there bleeding? Did he hit his head? Also, somebody gave me a Geek Bar Aquarius and they gave me a Geek Bar Scorpio. Which is kind of weird. No other kids got hurt. Okay. It was both of them? It was side with hurt for today, but he's doing perfect now. Okay. If I went down to visit for a week, I just would be worried that I wouldn't live up to... Like, I wouldn't want to disappoint Ben by not being, like, epic with a bunch of money in my pocket. And buff and do martial arts and playing guitar really well. You know, I don't really feel good enough to go back to see Ben yet. I don't want him to see me as a homeless loser, you know? So that's why I haven't been back. I went to West Virginia randomly and I basically got kidnapped by a pastor, if you want to call him a pastor, but he was a cab driver. And instead of living with him, because he had like bed bugs and a bunch of like crazy shit, he was kind of off. I lived with Demon Hunter here and Demon Hunter's family for about close to 2 months. I was hoping I would have picked up some carpentry skills. I was hoping my dad would have been cool by now, too. I was hoping that by 2023, I would have had like 15 or 16 really cool people, including my dad, and we would all stuff into an RV and go down there and just help. I don't know. I just, for some reason, it makes me feel better thinking that you guys would feel better if all the everything was like pristine there. I was like, what's the best thing I can do to help? And I'm like, let's just, if we can just make it feel spotless and brand new, but still homely, and then give them like a canvas to work with. Because I was like, thinking about how cool it would be if there was that space in the back, like if that back house was gone and you had like a separate yard like that for the kids. But I couldn't find anyone trustworthy. R.I.P. schemy, slimy, smelly Ethan May, man. He was supposed to be my right-hand man, but he became a creep. Ethan May could have been a bunch of shit, but he decided to be a loser. He was tempted by the false Christian and betrayed me. And what happens when you betray Casey, chat? You become addicted to crack. I don't know why, but it happens. Everyone who's ever betrayed me winds up being addicted to a hard drug later. After meeting me, they become addicted to a hard drug. And I'm like, am I that special? Should I dangle keys in front of your face? Jing, 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 jing. My phone died. I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy your night. Be safe. You too, man. I haven't looked at your profile picture. I don't know. I saw it was a... I don't want to offend you. I saw a woman deadlifting. I don't know if that's what you identify as. Or whatever. But I saw somebody deadlifting in a gym. You deadlift in the gym and you play Black Ops 7? That's pretty cool. But your phone's dying. Good night. I'm just hanging out because it's cold as hell. The rain is cold, and then tomorrow it's going to be around 40. So, as soon as this storm dies, I'm quickly going to run over and get the rest of the ice out so that it doesn't freeze like it did before. But I have my pens now. So, that means if I can find me notebook, I don't have enough. I do have enough, but it might be too late to go get a flashlight from the dollar store. There it is. Mama do something. White Facebook has ruined Cowboys for me. It's ruined homesteading for me. Like, I'm getting pretty close to just going to Costa Rica. You know what I'm saying? The only alternative would be to do some type of steroid with something that can reverse the side effects. Bone smash for the cheekbone, whatever. And then, best case scenario, I go to ASU to college parties, do Xanax, and hook up with a bunch of 18-year-olds and hope that they don't figure out that I'm 26. And then I missed out on years of my life to trauma and a brain injury. And then become a psycho. Or be a truck driver and waste my life sitting alone. Or not do anything and waste my life sitting alone, I guess. Dog? Question mark? Possible. We'll do possible dreams. Possible dreams. Dog. TV show? Question mark. Gym? Question mark. Omega 3s. Bow for archery. Cool hideout in mountains. Travel to Montana. Travel to Montana. West Virginia, question mark. All these have question marks, to be honest. Studio. Microphone. What are you guys doing for New Year's? Get a BB gun? You have a crossbow you can have? The boys want you... Holy shit, you have a crossbow? Send money soon, I have to get an oil change and I can enjoy it. Damn. I also have to get an oil change. Don't risk it, man. I've been risking it, and I've lost like 3 cars because I'll just drive on impulse and not take care of the car. But a crossbow would be cool. Once car in shop. Put the car in the shop. Get it good. Get it good. Once the car is good. Car apartment. Car apartment. Make it livable, man. Have a dresser here. Clothes underneath the seat. Toothbrush and everything. A spittoon. I got the trash can now and I got the tote. But there needs to be a way to make it organized enough that when people look in the car, they don't feel compelled to key it and kick it like they did last week. Bed. That would be cool. To put a bed in here. And really, I'd just like 4 or 5 grand once the car is paid off. And just keep it in a savings account. So that if anything happens to the car, I have a safety net. So I never get stranded without the car again. Plus something like I want a big 2026 gas fund. I'll have to figure out like how much. So I've gone about 1,200 miles in the past 10 days. Which means I went 120 miles in a day. Which makes sense, because I would go like the initial like 100. I went like, yeah, because it was like 60 or so miles to the nearest spot that you can go from that small city where the cops won't harass you. You have to go to like you have to go way out to where the rich people have homes but they don't live, so there's a bunch of empty towns south of Burlington where nobody lives because they're only there 2 weeks out of the year. Would a twin mattress fit in there? We have one of those for you too if you want. Maybe. I could probably find something for free off Marketplace. But maybe in the future, I don't know. I think I like the bed on the right side of the car. And I think I need to hang up. Well, what time is it, man? Like 9? It's 9 o'clock. Yeah. Dollar General closes now early every day because they don't have employees. Why not, man? I know I said you shouldn't risk it for the biscuit, but let's go to Walmart. I've got $50 on my card. That way when we come back, the rain will be over and I can charge my devices. What's it at? 66? And we should get my portable charger. I do need some type of flashlight, so I think we're gonna get some type of flashlight, chat. And maybe when we're there, we'll find like a phone holder or something. Maybe we'll stay there for the night or something and camp out. I don't know. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. You bitch ass. You bitch ass. What? Okay. It's definitely snowing and everything's frozen over. I am slipping and sliding. It do be kind of dangerous though. I will tell you, it do be kind of dangerous though. Maybe I shouldn't go to Walmart 30 miles away just to buy a book light. Maybe I'm acting on impulse. Should I go to Walmart 30 miles away? I don't see why not, man. You know, because while I'm there, I can get some delicious smoothies because I'm out of smoothies. My Medusa, I could use her. Till I crumble and I crack this concrete heart. Yeah. So even though it's snowing, I don't know why I don't meet human expectations. Like someone at the gas station today said, I saw you chipping at the ice, man. And I was like, yeah, dude. Did you see I have a 2-inch ice pick? And then he was immediately confused. And I was like, what? What was wrong with saying that the tool that I use, you can only shave off a 1/4 inch of the ice? So at first it was completely frozen to the ground, so I had to chip it a 1/4 inch at a time. And it didn't go immediately through. It would usually be like 2 or 3 hits to get it through. Whereas now that I've waited till it was warmer, it only took one hit, and you could break, because it wasn't stuck together so tightly, I was able to break it apart a lot easier. What was he expecting me to say? Like, oh, it's hard work. Oh, I get it. Yeah, at least it makes the day go. At least it makes the day go by. It's work, but I love it. You know. Whatever gets the job done. Is that what I was supposed to say? I like failed the dialogue option because I was like, tell them about the tool you use. I don't know if I want to go on the highway, man. But actually, I think the highway, there's probably a better chance of me surviving than going on the back roads if something were to happen and I die out there, you know. But I need this book light, man, for no reason. Oh, I got a $30 thing for that. Speaking of that conference, or at least for a long while, sleeping on the blacktop, Caroline. Well, the raven is a wicked bird, wings as black as sin, and it floats outside my prison window, mocking those within, and it sings to me real low, to hell is where you'll go, 'cause you did murder Kate McCann. Oh, when I first met Tom Buchanan, I was working in the mine. He said he had a little girl with long green eyes, and she and I did meet when she was bathing in the creek. The prettiest girl in the whole damn holler, that ain't no lie. So I went to courting Kate McCann. I got me a job and quit my rambling. I might die tonight. We don't know, man. LOL, you homeless? That's hilarious. Good one, man. It's very clever. I can't believe you thought of that, dude. Holy shit. It's like Hollywood made the idea of a playground bully as like a jock, and that's what got the girls as a joke. And then a bunch of losers took that personally and was like, that's how you're supposed to be. Those are the cool guys. Meanwhile, all those guys were so hooked on fucking drugs, they were retarded, man. Nobody's like that. TV programmed you guys to be so retarded, dude. I can't believe it. I can't believe walking around these white communities and seeing how stupid they actually are. Like the amount of effort it takes them to form sentences, and all they can really do is make it at somebody else's expense. And it's pretty funny. I see videos of like black people roasting cops, and they say the same shit. They're like, "Come on, you know it's funny. That guy would have said," and everybody, and you know that shit ain't funny. You guys are stupid. You guys are kindergartners. But the truth is, yeah, the Jews programmed you to be mentally incapacitated, except for a few specific ways that benefited the hive mind. So they made you as worker drones, and in order to function, they have you build a tendency to hate on the other. So you just live in hating and looking for reasons to down other people, because they made you believe that somehow makes you better. So you live in this like constant addiction to the destruction of everyone else. You literally live on the resources of people that were raped and killed. Like, you're allowed to be retards because somewhere along the way, a bunch of dads fucked their daughters and pumped out 17 at a time, and then they just spread like a cancer. And it was all under the orders of an organization that has viewed you as cattle for 2,000 years. They literally say, we built the country and we used you to do it, and you're going to build us golems or robots, and then we'll have no need for you anymore. All we needed you to do was mine resources for us. Log the forests. Continue feeding us resources, and we'll give you the illusion of a good life. But we'll slowly shorten your lifespans with vices and the destruction of your telomeres so that you die at 60 from a heart attack. And then we can take your land from your kids because they won't have the education to understand the systems that we've built to fuck you over. But please, these are the people you're allowed to hate. It's the people that don't let us rape them. The illegals, the homeless, the Native Americans, the Mexicans, the indigenous, black people, freed slaves. Anyone that isn't part of our retarded, institutionalized, programmed degradation of self and connection to their ancient God, you are allowed to spend your whole day hating, and we will just continue pumping out propaganda and hide the truth from you so that you can get yourselves built up with more and more of our dark energy. And it's all just to keep you working, man. What's more retarded than being a teacher's pet to a pedophile? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about Trump, I just mean the entire institution itself is founded on sacrifice of children. That's why the Jew tunnels, they're bringing out bloody children's mattresses. And it sucks, man. It sucks to grow old and be white, where your natural genetic deficiencies take hold and your brain deteriorates, but you get to live in the privileged luxury. There's enough of you that you're collectively producing this sort of oxygen that you all hallucinate inside. So you're allowed, and you're not even aware that you act like a bunch of toddlers. And you have the brain capacity of a lemming. It's like the same 4 dialogue options from them, like they're literally incapable of anything else. Like, I have to believe that you're all connected to some type of Antichrist thing. You all just say the same shit. It's like the same 4 dialogue responses. It's like I'm talking to literally the same person. And I see that across Facebook. It's like I read their comments. I scroll through comment sections. They all say the exact same things. There's no creativity. There's no unique individual perspectives. They're saying the literal exact same thing as if they are Lex Luthor's monkeys in Superman, pumping out the bot comments. It's like they literally don't have any individuality or uniqueness, and they're completely enmeshed in their programming. And they were programmed to believe they have some type of requirement as a white to be a contributing member of society. And you can find that society is made on raping whites, farming them as cattle for thousands of years, and sicking them as a inbred cancer, genetically destroyed, but programmed through institutions, select bred and then continued to be suck upon the world, you know, sicked. And the whole point was just to give Silicon Valley enough resources to build robots. And they go on Tucker Carlson and say publicly, yeah, we are in communication with something that doesn't identify as benevolent, but it does identify as outside of our realm, and it is a more conscious intelligence than humans, and it requires vessels. So we've been building it vessels. We've been I fucking hate white people. Holy shit. I should make a National Geographic show about going through white America and explaining how far from reality they actually are, but how much they've been trained to believe that their delusional schizophrenic perspective is the correct one, where they walk around posturing at each other and fighting for dominance. They've completely lost touch with empathy and live in aggression. And they spend all day worried about what other people think of them, that they can't enjoy anything. They have no connection to self, so they start to create. But because they don't have that, it's not coming from the right point, they only build opinions about what's fed to them on their feed. They don't have that uniqueness to actually have a unique perspective. So they fall into politics. Because they're lemmings, and the leader of the lemmings keeps changing so drastically. Instead of having a person that to follow, they just go event to event to event to event to event. And just screaming, hoping that people pay attention to them. Basically. Trying to literally shit out the worst possible, like the most darkest, pride-filled, ego-driven thing. And pray that it's socially acceptable enough that it will make other people who identify with being the worst pieces of shit you've seen in your entire life will flock to you and support you with likes and ha-has, which will stimulate the part of your brain that deals with validation and acceptance and triggers the same parts of your brain that heroin does. So you can sort of live in that kind of high because of the schizophrenic delusion of your perception change based in the collective. When in reality, it's all pretend. You had the privilege of learning how to play pretend as a child, but you didn't have the realness to understand what reality really is. The true reality is being an enemy of the whites. You'll never know what it's like unless you are. You will never know reality unless you get ostracized and you're no longer white. Because the alternative, when you can wake up and you're still in the belly of the beast and you can see how sick they are, what they've become, how far from everything they've fallen. That's why Jesus went and ripped down all the shit outside the church. They were selling merch outside the church and brand names and shit. And he wrecked the shit out of it. So man, I hope that Facebook has slowly been consuming white America, and that at some point they just hit the kill switch, and then the rest of us kind of wake up and walk around and we're like, where is everybody? And they fucking spasmed in epilepsy in their house, and they all just keeled over dead from like a super electric shock from their Wi-Fi tower. and the rest of us, the chosen people that weren't connected to the Antichrist, that were connected to God and nature. We just emerge with the animals. We just drag all the corpses out into a pile. I can't fucking see the road. But yeah, white people are literally retarded. And they were bred to be that way for like at least 500 years. They didn't build sophistication. They didn't build the country. You produced enough lemmings that you filled up all the spaces. And then you sent them to a Jew college. Best case scenario. But that wasn't white. That was the order of your masters. You took orders as lemmings. You didn't conquer shit. You shit in the river and made everyone sick. You're owned by a Saturn worshipping cult that hits you with propaganda and gives you a sense of entitlement. And you don't have any alternative perspectives or lifestyles. mechanics. It's Capricorn season, so we got to defeat the devil. It's the devil in tarot. Capricorn is the devil season. That's why Stranger Things dropped. And they did so in a way that the world would manifest the idea that Vecna won. And then right after the 11th, we're all going to get really hyped for how they're going to defeat Vecna. They're all going to manifest, hoping that the Hawkins kids will get together and, in secret, living in the dream realm, the Hawkins kids will be able to defeat Mind Flayer, that's controlling everything, and keeping Hawkins trapped under its influence. So the whole world is hoping that in 2 days, so they've built up converting all of Capricorn's devil energy into the hope that there's more when they finally defeat Vecna, the devil. So then the 11 will pass. We will maintain our hopes and dreams, and then on the 12th, which is a 3-day, they will release their creation.